So I've been gathering up this little prediction that agent-to-agent interactions are going to become the atomic unit of the web. I think similar to how we first started in the 2000s with APIs to API interactions, now we're seeing agents interact with one another to a point where even for some business, it's going to start making sense to have agents as their ideal ICP.
100%. So I'm going to steal a quick quote I heard from Guillermo Roch from Vercel. And he said that similar to how the roads are built for Waymos, how you have traffic lights, you have all this like infrastructure built for Waymos, and Waymos are this like self-driving cars going around San Francisco and a bunch of other cities. We're gonna have like the infrastructure of the internet, and you're gonna have these like AI agents, which are Waymos, going around and using the existing infrastructure to build their tool or build their applications. So like, if you ask an agent like, hey, how do I go and deploy this app? It's going to use the existing tools like AWS or Vercel or any of these other types of, the roads of the internet. And I think it's up to us as entrepreneurs to think about like, hey, how do we build for these agents, as you mentioned, and how do we build the roads for the agents moving forward? And one interesting anecdote here is that if you look at like Paul Cobblestone, he's the CEO of Supabase. If you look at his LinkedIn, look at his Twitter, you'll notice a trend where he's attributing a lot of Supabase's current success to Lovable, V0, like these agent app builders, and that's extremely interesting. Like I think even just looking at Helicone's traffic, more than 12% of our traffic comes from ChatGPT. So GEO, generative engine optimization, is becoming more prevalent. Just trying to like think about like, hey, how do these agents come to think about your application or whatever you're building?
Yeah. And I think what's interesting about that is that when we're speaking about, say, APIs, it's very much structured output, right?
Yeah.
And now that we're layering this like AI systems that are dynamic, in large part unpredictable, the structured output becomes harder to predict. Mm-hmm. And if that's not there, then these agent-to-agent interactions become a mess, right? And so it ultimately becomes down to this like industry layer standard that we have to agree upon to some extent to be able to structure the outputs for these to start interacting with each other.
Yeah, and that's why like, MCP think is why folks are so excited about MCP. I think one of the hot takes around MCP is that there's not a lot of adoption. I mean, there's like a lot of hype around it, a lot of people experimenting with it, but there's not a lot of adoption. But I think, what's the famous quote? It's like, optimists make money, pessimists sound smart. I think there will be adoption. I think there's going to be like, much like how when ChatGPT first came out, it's like, yeah, but no one's using it. It's like, yeah, of course no one's using it. It just came out, it's like not even a year old, to give it some time.
Sam Altman shared a quote in his latest newsletter that said that wanderlust becomes fascination, which immediately becomes table stakes. And I think that's so true. It's like you have that whoa moment, you love it, and then you're like, wait, why isn't that taking over humans? Taking it to a whole new level, and that's probably what we're about to experience with both MCP as well as agents.
Yep, 100%.
Cool. Excited to see it. Excited to build it.
That's right. Same here.